Hi all, it's Edie here from Virtually in Sync and the Video Kickstarters Facebook group. I'm coming in today with a tool and a tip. For some of you, you may have remembered that a while back I did a video on a tool called StoryBase. And it was a platform that I recommended for those of you who were in need of figuring out what kind of content you needed to create for your videos. It's now my go-to tool for that purpose. And I may have mentioned at the time that I'm one of their ambassadors. So as an ambassador, I get to test out some of their new features that they will start opening up to the public on. And one of the first ones is a demographics tool. And you can get to this by going to demographics.io. And when you type in that URL, you will come to the page that you see on my screen right now. Now, the first thing that you're seeing is that there's this big box that says enter one keyword per line. It says here, know your audience. And then there's a drop-down box that has a country. There's only two countries listed, and that's United States and Denmark. The company that owns StoryBase is a Danish company. And so unfortunately, they will not be able to pull this information up for other specific countries like the UK or Canada. So you'll have to either look under the United States or Denmark. And I would presume the United States if it's anybody other than a Danish company. So basically what you need to do is you're going to use this tool so that you can get a clear understanding of who it is that you need to target. Now, most of us that are entrepreneurs, whether we're online or brick and mortar, one of the most important things that we need to do is understand who our audience is. We need to know our audience. We need to know what age they are, what sex they are, what their likes are, what their dislikes are. So as much as we can get about that client or prospect is what we need to know. And sometimes that's a really difficult thing to figure out and to learn. It takes some time. And a lot of times you will probably do generic Google searches and not really be able to come up with much. So in this instance, what this tool does, it can break down information in terms of demographics for you based on the keyword terms that you're going to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you just using one keyword term, and then I'm going to show you using multiples and just show you what the difference is. So let's say I'm an email marketer. And so I want to see what is the demographics for email marketing. So basically what this has told me now is that it's predominantly male. For some bizarre reason, it's really heavily male. It's 64% male. And the largest age range that seems to be interested in this topic is age 25 to 34. So that's interesting to me. I wouldn't have thought that it would have been that young, and I wouldn't have thought it would have been skewed that heavily male, but this isn't my industry. So, I'm finding it odd, but maybe somebody that's an email marketer, like my clients, may find that is the norm. So let's try something a little bit different. Oh, and then down here, just to see, it just tells you exactly what the percentages are in terms of the age ranges. So let's now just break it down a little bit more. We're going to stick with email marketing, but we're going to go in and we're going to type in all of the different ESP providers that they are, email service providers that there are. So let's do ConvertKit. Let's do Active Campaign. I think that's two words. And let's do MailChimp. Let's do Aweber. Let's do Get Response. Let's do Infusion Soft. Can't spell today. And let's do Entreport. And am I missing anybody? ConvertKit, Active Campaign, MailChimp, Constant Contact. So that's all that I will do right now. So I'm listing all of those, and then I'm going to do a search. So overall, it's telling me that this is now skewing heavily female. And in general, it looks like the age range between the 35 and 44 and the 45 and 54 seem to be the top of the range. Now down here, it breaks it down by each individual keyword so that you can see the specific statistics pertaining to, or percentages pertaining to, the different age ranges. So let's say if you wanted to see, okay, how do these rank with females? You can click in that column and then it will sort it for you. Let's do it this way. So it's telling me that the majority of the females prefer Constant Contact, then MailChimp, then Entreport, then in Infusionsoft, then GetResponse. And then if I wanted to do it by mail, it's GetResponse, Infusionsoft, Entreport, MailChimp, and Constant Contact. Now, if for whatever reason I'm an email marketer and for whatever reason I may be targeting, let's say the 35 to 44 age group, I can click on that and get what their number one email service provider is, which is Infusionsoft. So maybe if I'm an email marketer and that's an important dynamic for me to know, that the vast majority of the demographic that I'm targeting, which is 35 to 44, prefer or use Infusionsoft. That might help me determine what I need to do with my marketing and with my business and with the content that I'm going to create and who I'm going to be targeting, because this definitely will tell me I'm going to target that age group with content about Infusionsoft, and I'm going to make sure that it is skewed, because Infusionsoft is predominantly female. It's almost 50-50. So I may, if I'm one of those people that can write for female and male, I might try to make it more gender neutral as opposed to using terminologies that are almost indicative of speaking to men or of speaking to women, since this is almost a 50-50 split, even though it does skew a little higher for female. So this might give me some really good, solid information that will enable me to figure out exactly who I need to target and how I need to speak to them. So I just wanted to come in and show you this addendum to StoryBase, and it's called Search Demographics Tool. And again, you can reach it by going to demographics.io. I would love to hear your feedback about this, and I'll see you soon. Take care. To learn more about StoryBase and how it works, feel free to download this free guide. Got a comment or a question? Feel free to leave it below.